So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So, we got the reveal of the upcoming news with the new batch and everything, and we also got a new batch of level limit break characters. So, I'm actually going to prioritize the level limit break characters because I'm more interested in that, and I know that other people will cover the other news. I'll get back to the new batch later today and also talk about the Sugo Fest. But let's start out with the level limit break characters added. 5 new 6 plus and 1 new 6 star. Both Yacht are getting level limit break as well as V1 Blackbeard, Hody, V1 Enel, and V1 Magellan. I guess we'll start with the Yacht duo and work ourselves up. So, 6 star Yacht. Boosts the chance of landing on size slots, reduces damage taken by 15%, HP by 1.25%, and boosts cruise attack by approximately 5.25% when slots match, 4.5 times otherwise. If every type is on the crew, reduces crew special charge time by 2 turns at start of battle 3. So yeah, he's pretty useful now. For the other level limit break units, I'll probably check out their old captain as well, but yeah, for Yacht we'll just check this. As for the special, reduces bind by 10 turns, boosts orbs by 2.25 times for 1 turn, changes all slots including block to Psi, and boosts chance of landing on Psi slots for 3 turns. So yeah, this was already very good, but ironically, in some cases this special might be worse now, since before it was just the bind and orb boost. Orb boost is higher now though, but now it's also the block orb manip to Psi, and that might not be optimal on all teams. So that's just a fun little thing, but I say that in general this will improve the unit, since you will just put it on teams where you can make use of this in a good way. But it would have been a lot better if he had a sailor to make Psi matching, which is sadly not the case. But was a good unit before, is better now, I'd say, but in some cases might be worse. Let's look at the 6 plus Yacht, and if the old captain ability was 2.5 times 1.75 times. I think they were like pretty good though, like around 4.5 times attack in total. And the main gimmick of Yacht was that unfavorable slots were counted as matching. The issue with Yacht in the past was the special. It did not much, just 30% damage reduction, attack boost for just certain classes, and block slots manip only if captain. But pretty good buff. Boost chance of landing on int slots, makes int and unfavorable slots and matching slot effects, so int are also matching now. Reduces damage taken by 50%, boost HP by 1.25 times, boost attack by approximately 5.25 times. When slots match, 4.5 times otherwise. So both the 6 plus and 6 star have the same attack boost, which is interesting, usually not the case. If every type is on the crew, reduces crew's special charge time by 3 turns at start of battle 3. So that's a change, like the 6 star only have 2 turns, this is 3 turns. Probably won't be used that much though, because Rainbow is just not that great, having every color on a team. But yeah, decent buff, even if pretty uninteresting, I'd say. Special though, reduces the spear by 10 turns, that's new. Damage reduction is 60% for 2 turns now. Powerhouse driven and fighter carriers get 2.5 times attack for 1 turn. Yeah, that's a big buff. And changes all slots, including block slots, to int. It's the same issue here potentially with getting a full board of int orbs. But I say this is definitely a buff, because all 6 plus Yacht was, if not useless, near useless. You never used him. If every type is on the crew, you get a plus 0.25 times increased attack boost, so up to 2.75 times total, and extends the duration of the boost by 1 turn. So basically you get a 2 turn boost instead. That's a pretty decent bonus for running a rainbow team. So yeah, very good buff for Judge. He's the only one I have maxed, sadly, since I don't think he got that interesting buff, but I will definitely give him a key. Moving on to Magellan. Before, Magellan was a rainbow captain, so he wanted every type on the crew. Yeah, and he gave out 3 times attack boost. And the main gimmick was that he could poison the enemy with normal attacks. Didn't go through immunity. He also did some healing with his special and poisoned the enemy. And that was basically all, and delay. Captain got a nice buff now. Now it's a guaranteed 4.75 times attack, 1.5 times HP, 50% end of turn damage. And that end of turn damage is going to be really good. Like, we basically have a new option of bypassing resilience and stuff with a decent captain ability, so that's very cool. We still have the gimmick of poisoning with normal attacks, but sadly it doesn't go through immunity. That would have been the finishing touch. I think the unit deserved it, but they didn't do it, so it's a shame. If every type is on the crew, you get a 20% damage reduction and heals crew by 1 times catch or recovery for every perfect end of turn. So that's a pretty good justification for running a rainbow team, and I can see double Magellan with every type on the crew being a pretty fun gimmick team. As for the special, you still do poison, you still do delay, you still do healing, but you also now get 2 times poison conditional boost for 3 turns, which is pretty nice. And if you already have the enemy poisoned, you instead get a 2 times attack for 3 turns. So yeah, it's definitely a buff, but yeah, I'm not going to complain. It fits with the design. The only disappointment, as said, is that Magellan can't poison through full immunity, which will have been really cool and deserved, I'd say, but it is what it is. At least with the captain ability. I'm not saying the special. But yeah, decent buff. Will be fun to meme with him. Enel, though, he got the VIP treatment. But let's look at the old Enel. Cuts crew's HP by 20%, reduces damage taken by 30%, boosts chance of landing on recovery, makes recovery matching, and you get an extra attack boost depending on how much you heal the previous turn. Like, the buff is a completely new unit. It's pretty insane. Same with special. Before, all Enel did was tons of damage for the more you heal beyond the maximum HP. But yeah, look at this buff. Like, this is pretty insane. 20% HP cut, reduces damage taken by 50%, boost attack by at least 4.5 times, but you can get an extra buff up to 5.25 times, depending on how much HP you healed in the previous turn. You still have the chance of boosting chance of landing on recovery. You make recovery slots matching, and if you have type effectiveness against the opponent, you get a guaranteed recovery orb the next turn, and you can also heal up to 2 times beyond the max HP. Like, that's 2 very big changes, like both having the very strong effect of getting a guaranteed orb when hitting with type effectiveness, kind of like Legend Bonnie, for example, Luffy Zoro Legend, but also having the ability to heal beyond crew's max HP. Yeah, like, it's a very well designed buff, this, and it's going to be very cool to use. And special also got a nice buff. First, it deals 30 times the amount of HP heal beyond crew's maximum HP non-type damage to all enemies. And it seems like you can do more damage, and the cap is higher, you can do more total. Very good. You also boost shooter and striker characters' slot effects by 2.25 times for 1 turn, and boost the chain multiplier by plus 1.1 for 1 turn. Like, Suddenly, we have an ore booster that also boosts chain, and it's both by pretty good amount. Like we're not talking like something you can use against super bosses, but very cool addition overall. If you already have an ore boost when using the special, you just buff it instead by plus 0.3. And if you have normal attacks only on the team, like you reduce bind chip ability and paralysis by 5 turns, so you have a very realistic utility as well. Yeah, Enel got the VIP treatment. That's an amazing buff. He's basically a new legend now. Like, that's so cool. He's legit good now. Very cool to see. They did a very good job here. Hody. Before, Hody was a -3 CD captain, reduces HP every turn. Powerhouse characters get up to a 2.5 times HP buff, depending how many of them are on the crew. 3.5 times attack if you have 6 powerhouse characters. Yeah, pretty good. The attack boost is too low, but the HP buff was pretty nice for some strategies. And taking damage every turn was a nice combo with V2 Blackbeard. Special, just damage, CD reduction, and damage reduction. That's all he does on both levels. For the new buffed Hody, -3 CD at start of the quest, and also HP reduction every turn, but boost powerhouse and shooter characters attack by 4.75 times and HP by 2.5 times. It's very cool. He boosts shooters now too, and you aren't forced to run just shooters and powerhouse. Like, there's no condition that you need 6 powerhouse and shooters to get the 2.5 times HP buff for them. So that's cool. Very nice change, and shooters do need more units in general. So, level 1 special, damage to all enemies, reduces powerhouse and shooter characters' special charge time by 1 turn, reduces damage taken by 60% for 1 turn, and boosts the call affinity for powerhouse and shooter characters for 1 turn. 1.75 times first time and then 2 times. Very good. And this is very low CD, like the numbers here are bugged. This is very low CD actually. Level 2 special is the same, still does int damage, reduces powerhouse and shooter characters CD by 2 turns. It uses damage taken by 90% for 1 turn, and you get a higher call affinity boost 2 times the first time, then it's 2.25 times. Pretty good. I don't know why they had 0 times and 1 time change. It's not like Hody has double special or anything, or easy ways to get the specials back, but yeah, I guess it's just a bonus. Like, the base effects are not bad. Could have been a better buff, I'd say, at least a special, but I'm happy that Hody can be used with shooters as well. That will help shooters a lot, I'd say. Finally, we won Blackbeard, which I'd say is the best of these. Before the buffs, we see how it is after the buffs. You have the incredibly powerful effect of ignoring defensive effects, but you also cancel the crew's defensive effects. If you have a fighter, slasher, striker, and shooter on the team, boost crew's attack by 4 times, HP by 1.5 times, and you make deck slots matching. That was the all captain effect. All special, HP cut, bind reduction, block or manip. Not very hype. You ran Blackbeard mainly for the captain. Level 150 captain ability. You still go through all defensive effects, cancel the crew's defensive effects, same as before. If the crew has fighter, slasher, striker, and shooter, you get a 4.75 times attack boost, 1.5 times HP boost, and dex int are matching. So your int is also matching now, and attack boost is a lot higher. HP might be higher as well. 4.75 times is very good for the kind of unit Blackbeard is, I'd say. When crew launches special with damage reduction, damage threshold, or damage nullification, that effect is changed to Boost color affinity for the crew by 1.75 times for 1 turn. Very cool. They bring in the new gimmick of Blackbeard Legends with changing effects to the V1. So it's going to be interesting down the line when V2 gets a level limit break, if they continue the trend there. So yeah, obviously very good captain and going to be very fun to play around with. And it's also very nice because the effects that are changed, damage reduction, threshold, and damage nullification, they have no effect at all when Blackbeard is captain, so removing them makes no difference, which is very good design, I'd say. Special, you introduce bind and attack down by 6 turns. Like adding attack down is such a big change, such a common debuff to face. Changes block slots to character zone type, same as before. If the crew has normal attacks only applied, you deal 1 million damage to all enemies, ignoring normal attacks only debuff. And you boost crew's attack by 2.25 times for 2 turns. And if the enemy doesn't have normal attacks only, you do a 30% HP cut. Like, that's a big difference. Like, adding an attack boost and 1 million guaranteed damage is very cool. Like, the guaranteed damage is the same as Roger, and for some content, that is very nice, since there might be low HP mobs that you can just kill right away that you usually can't. And of course, getting an attack boost on top of bind and attack down removal, as well as block orb manip, super cool. Very good level limit break batch in general. Sadly, I only have Judge I can finish right now. Blackbeard is pretty close. I just need 2 more. So if I pull 1 more Blackbeard, I just use a Dex level limit break material. And Enel lacks 3 copies. Sadly, Magellan and Hody, they lack a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.